Good afternoon, everybody. So we are moving towards our session 3, that is taken by Dr. Jinal H. Taylor. Dr. Jinal Taylor is working as a head of MCA department in SS Agrawal Institute of Management and Technology, Navsari, since 2010. She has completed her MCA from Nirma University, Ahmedabad, and PhD from Sardar Patel University, Vidyanagar in computer science. She has more than 10 research publications in peer-reviewed national and international journals and also attend 5 national conferences. Her research area includes speech recognition, neural language processing, and machine learning. She has been awarded as a research grant of rupees 18 lakh by Ministry of Science, Government of India for her research project titled A Study on Emerging Technology Adaptation for Sustainable Agriculture in India. So I would like to welcome ma'am to gain some knowledge to us with the current topic that we are learning from the blockchain technology and its application, that how we can use the blockchain in the agriculture area. So madam, over to you.
Thank you for the wonderful introduction. Good afternoon to one and all. At the onset, first I would like to express my heartfelt gratitude to the management and authorities of Pacific School of Engineering for inviting me to deliver an expert talk on blockchain technology in agriculture sector. In 5 days FDP, we have already covered all the topics, challenges, and all the related scenarios related to blockchain. So today, in today's session, I will mainly focus upon the agriculture sector, how supply chain management that can be modified with using blockchain technology. So we will see the integration of blockchain technology with agriculture sector. So let me just start with my presentation. I'm not able to share my screen.
Madam, the access permission is given to you.
Okay.
Please try again.
Okay. Is it visible to all?
Yes, ma'am. It is visible.
Okay. So in today's topic, we are going to understand one case study that includes the blockchain technology in the agriculture sector. So today's agenda that includes the topics. First, we need to understand the global agriculture effect, which includes the traditional way of agriculturing with different farmers. Then we will see the blockchain, how blockchain is used, what are the factors, challenges, and security concern that is available in blockchain. We need to understand various applications and need of that blockchain application through various sectors and how we can implement various applications. Next, we need to understand what are the problems that are occurring in our agriculture sectors, and we need to find out possible solution to solve that problems that occur with using the blockchain technology. So in this image, we can see this depict that the global architecture growth rate. So here we can see 56%, that is the global growth rate of agriculture sector through around the world. Now in each and every year, starting from 2017, every year growth that is 55.85%. Now, if we compare the duration of 2017 to 2022, each and every year that is increased with 55.85%. So we can see that agriculture sector that impact on our global economy also. Now, from this, the global environment, if we only focus upon the America, so individually this country that has 61% of growth in the agriculture sector from 2017 to 2022. Now, if we compare 56 to 61%, then we need to find out the reason behind that. So we can say the major factor that affect the growth rate of America in the agriculture sector, that the government of America, they have adopted, they have initiated the blockchain technology for the advanced farming techniques, which includes IoT and artificial intelligence. So we can easily see the growth rate that has increased by using the blockchain technology in the traditional farming techniques. So here, this research shows that the importance of blockchain technology in various sectors. Now, we have already understood what is blockchain, but I will revise the definition of blockchain because we are going to use this definition and with different terms in our case study. So blockchain we define as a digital transaction ledger that is maintained by a network of multiple computing machines that are not relying on a trusted third party. We have already seen the practical implementation, security measures, and all the scalability of blockchain management with examples in last five days. So this technique, this concept that is used to maintain each and every entry in a digital ledger form, and multiple entities, they are known with that particular ID. So the trust issue that will be zero with using this digital transaction ledger, and the security as well as the trust issues that got eliminated with blockchain technology. So this is just the overview that we have already know. Now for the application of blockchain that we can use. So various sectors that utilize the blockchain technology. Some of the sectors that we have already discussed, we have started with financial transactions such as digital authentication that we can perform with the banking sector. But you can also use blockchain technology with health sector. With health sector, what we can do, we can track a particular record of a patient starting from the disease come, and whatever reports or whatever data that is got generated by the particular processes, it is stored in a different blocks. So it will get easier to track the health issues related to particular patient. Next, we can use it for intellectual property rights, and we can easily find out the owner of that particular property. We can also use e-voting that we have seen with the example in last FDP sessions. And the last, that is tracking product in supply chain. So in today's session, we will mainly focus upon products in supply chain tracking systems with using blockchain. Now, first we need to understand what is the need to track our food, what we are eating, why we need to track that. So in today's world, people want to know exactly where their food comes from, because all around us, all the people they are adapting the healthy food habits. They want to know each and every healthy food items they are taking. So they want to check the parameters, they want to check the quality, they want to check that origin of the food. So that tracking of food process, that is possible with using blockchain technology. We will see with the example how a single product that is grown in some farm that we can track through the consumer with backtracking. So that is the main aim, to track a food, to check all the related parameters that is included in a particular food product. And that increase the food safety, that increase the food quality parameter, that we can traceability will be easier for the consumer with the supply chain of food. So in this chart, we can see that we have listed the various parameters that we want to know the information about our food. Now the survey has taken, it has taken some of the people opinion, and that is recorded with the different parameters. So some of the people that has defined that they want to know the quality certificate of about that particular food. So 94.32% people, they ask for quality certificate, that they want to know the quality of that product. Next, 90.91%, they want to get to know that which chemical fertilizer or pesticides used for the production processes while growing that particular crop, fruit or vegetables. Production standards, that they want to know 86.36%. Same way, we are having various parameters like harvest date, nutrition values, place of origin, who is the producer of that particular vegetable or fruit, and circulation process. Circulation process, that also includes the transportation, way of transportation, time of transportation, duration that has happened from traveling from one place, one location to another location. So all these parameters, nowadays people want to know about food. So this is the latest survey that has taken with different parameters with the people. So you can see inside this graph, we have highest ratio of people, they want to know, to want to get the information about food. Now, this is the for to understand the supply chain management in food supply. First, we need to understand the traditional way of food supply chain and how it works. So it starts from the farm. So here we can see it starts from the production process. So that is in the raw material form. So in a farm, when farmer that harvest something, any product, any crop or vegetable or fruit, that is considered as raw materials. Now that raw materials that went to the food processor factory for various kind of processing. Now after processing, it generates the variety of food items from that particular raw material. So if we consider banana as raw material, then you can consider that banana chips that we get after the processing part. So all these factories, they include some chemicals or some ingredients or some other extra products to that to generate another product. After generating multiple varieties of food product, it went to the distributors. Now distributor, they refrigerate it or they store in the warehouse or they keep or send to the retailers. So that is the third entity that is included into traditional food supply. Now from the distribution, it went to the multiple channels. So here you can see from the distributor, it went to the grocery store or you can say as to the retailer store. Now retailer that sell it to the consumer get it if that particular distributor that is having the e-commerce platform application, then distributor can directly sell that particular product to e-commerce website and consumer can get that particular product. So here we are having either retailer or we are having the direct consumer connectivity. We are talking about food, so distributor can also supply that product to any food services channels like the restaurants, hotels. So these are all entities that is utilized inside food supply chain. So from the raw material to the final product, our food product that gets traveled, that get processed, and that gets supplied in a various way. Now we can say we are having multiple middlemen between these transactions. So can we say that all the entities that we can see in this graph, they are all trustworthy? They are going to circular the quality amount of product. We cannot agree on that because we cannot say that product that cannot show the quality measurement after the circulation of from these different entities. So here in traditional food supply chain, we cannot easily find out what is the problem because till date we are only using this food supply chain to circulating our food products. Then what is the problem over here? The problem is we are having multiple middlemen from traveling our particular food item from one entity to another. Now each and every entity, they will add some taxes on that product, they will add some overhead charges, they will decrease the quality of product and they will circulate with a different labels to the consumer. Now here consumer, they need to take it as it is. They are not having any technique to backtrack the origin of the food. They cannot take the quality parameter. They are not having any quality parameter circulation. So consumer had to believe each and every entity, but in every case that is not possible that each and every entity are trustworthy because we have seen in blockchain that trust is the major issue if we talking about the traditional way of circulation. So that can be if we introduce blockchain into this traditional food supply chain, then this trust issue can be solved. So that is, we need to find out the problems with the traditional supply chain. So we can say, after analyzing how it works, we can say it is inefficient and unreliable. Inefficient in the manner, it can be the entities of a product that travel from different entities. We cannot say it will be on the scheduled time. It can be delayed by any particular entity or payment delivery can be delayed. So it is inefficient in the proper structured format. It is unreliable because of fraud transactions or of false transactions can happen. Disconnect between supplier and retailer because we are not having any direct communication channel between supplier and retailer. So it is got disconnected. So they are not knowing the demand or supply of particular product. We can have heavy risk between buyers and sellers during exchange of value, and that is the major issue that affect the economy of any country because buyers are taking raw products, processing it, and they are applying maximum overhead charges or transportation charges, and they are selling to the seller. So seller is getting the particular product in a higher range. So exchange of value that will change the product final cost, and that will affect the sellers. So whenever it is in the terms of monetary value, then it is at the heavy risk. We can have fraud transactions, we can have false transaction, a transaction delay, a transaction cancellation. So all these transaction related issues that will mainly affect on farmers, because if we talk about Indian farmers, then we know the scenario of farmers that they are not having that financial stability, because all the various equipments, all the high-fi pesticides or crop seeds they are purchasing, they cannot purchase on say amount of less amount. So they are getting that particular financial stability only after selling of that crops. So for the transaction delay and for the delivery process, farmers are not at financial stability. Next, costly middlemen. We have seen that in a traditional food supply chain, we are having multiple entities involved, and each and every entity, they do their own labeling, they apply their own pricing, because we are not having standard pricing mechanism for any particular food product. Suppose I am having one banana chips packet, so I can sell it for 10 rupees, or I can sell it for 20 or up to 50 rupees. So we are not having any certain criteria that can maintain that according to the product quality, we can set the prices. Or for the quality assurance of a particular product, we can say that particular product that is highly accurate at the quality level. Next, we are having lack of transparency in production and distribution, because we are not in a form of a channel where each and every entity that is connected with another entity in a proper format. So production, till the production to distribution, all the products are traveled through various entities handover. And whatever, whenever the product that reaches to the consumer or customer, they are not knowing that that product that is in demand or not. So here we are not maintaining the supply and demand scenario, because whenever the base of supply chain management, that is whenever we are having demand of particular product, they should be produced and they should be travel through the different entities from producer production to the consumer. But we are not having the scenario, as we are not recording any data for that particular from the customer's requirement. Customer that is unaware about origin of food. Suppose you went out to buy an apple, and you got one apple from fruit seller. Fruit seller says that this apple he bought from Shimla. Do you have any procedure or technique to check that this particular apple that is from Shimla or not? No, we are not having any technique. We need to believe him, and we need to consider that particular apple that has came from Shimla. But with using blockchain, you can identify that he is saying truth or not. So that is possible with using supply chain management. So now let's see the role of blockchain with to solve all these problems that we have seen with the traditional food supply chain. So first benefit to the farmers, if we can say, we have seen that farmers, they are not financially stable. So we can expand financially options and expansion for farmers, because everything that is in a transparent form. If farmer that has harvested rice, then he can get the actual price of rice crop from the market at the current scenario. So all the middlemen, they went to they are not important in supply chain. The farmer, they can directly distribute it to the distributor, or they can directly sell to the consumer. So no overhead charges, no extra financial burdens get to the farmers. So that is the financial stability to the farmer. It provides the immediate payment on delivery. We know about smart contract. We know about inventory management. So whenever the particular consumer or retailer or distributor, they have the requirement for the particular food product, they make the inventory management From the inventory management, it automatically places the order where for the food product that delivered to the customer. So automation that provides it easy. So customer that is having demand of that particular food product and production is also available. So it directly deal the transaction between the dealer and the consumer, and the payment that is also happen. Whenever the payment happen, all the entities that will get the transaction entry inside that ledger, because we know that blockchain that contains each and every transaction details. So no fraud transaction can be happen with using this technique. Now direct access to supplier and transparent transaction, as we have seen that each and every entity involved in the blockchain, they will get all the entries related to transaction. So someone cannot deny that I have not paid them the particular amount. So that won't happen from the side of farmers or from the side of distributors. Traceability for consumer, we can track the particular origin of the food. So you can actually find out the apple that you are eating, it is from Shimla or not. So that is, we can backtrack the origin of the product, and you can get each and every entity that is included from shipment to traveler distributor of that particular process. Now we know that smart contract and decentralization of information that is available in network, it makes the blockchain the strongest technology, because smart contracts we have already studied in this FDP, previous FDPs. So it makes that blockchain a very secure and stable technology. So we can easily implement with using our agriculture sector also. It improves the food safety and quality monitoring. So you can actually monitor that whatever vegetable or whatever fruit that you are eating, which kind of pesticides it has in the processing duration, which type of soil that they have used for the seeding process. So all the related information you will get for the particular product. So this is the role of blockchain in agriculture sector, and it will utilize to improve the growth rate of agriculture. Now solution to this with using the various application. So we can have different solution to that. So first we can use and develop tracking system with using blockchain technologies. We can track a particular product with various IoT sensors, and we are having user interfaces that you can track a particular product from your mobile phone. So that is the easiest application technology that any farmer or retailer or distributor can easily adopt. It expands financial option for farmers, because all the transaction, all the demands to the market prices of a particular crop, they can see inside one mobile, in that mobile phone. So that will provide them the financial growth, as it get the highest price for that particular crop after harvest. If they are getting the latest information provider, because each and every information that is getting updated after one location, after your product you move from one location to another location. So it always gives the updated data, and updated data that will affect the harvesting time or the disease detection for the particular crop, or you can check the growth of your particular crop, you can get the soil information. So all this information that should be in the real time, because when we are talking about farming process, each and every delay in any of the process, they can harm the crop or they can destroy the plants. So we can manage that with using the latest information, or we can say real time application. Direct access to supplier we can get whenever supplier, they are having their inventory management system signal, they pass the signal to the production or to the farmer, and farmer can get the crops harvested, and then they can supply to and give it to the supplier. So we can maintain easily the supply and pass on channel with using this technique. And we can also implement smart farms. This is the talk of the town. This is the latest technology right now that we can implement using the combination of IoT, AI with blockchain. So we will see the various example of smart farms, and we will also see the tracking system that is used in the real-time world. Now, after adapting blockchain system in agriculture sector, what we can expect from the application? So after blockchain analysis, we can get a transparent system, because every transaction you can easily see every data that is modified in a particular each and every entities. So it provides the transparency between all the entities that is involved in blockchain. It provides the secure environment. So each and every transaction that is performed, that is in the secured environment. So no fraud transactions or no fraud information that will be passed through each and every block. Now streamlined operation, whenever any transaction happen, it will get reflected in each and every block. Analytics that will be very helpful for to predict the future for crops, for predicting the price of particular crops, vegetables or fruits, and that can increase the agriculture growth rate. And customer engagement. So whenever customer requires any product, food product, they can demand and the supplier can send the particular product. So it will manage the customer engagement as well as the requirement of customer from the food supply chain. So it will manage and make a easy flow between producer to consumer. So these are the benefits cycle that we can expect from blockchain. Now, here we can say the role of computer science, or we can say how this will implement it. So till now we have seen the various blockchain advantage with the agriculture sector, but how it will get implemented. So for the implementation, here we have some roles, entities, and we can say the effect with blockchain data. So the supplier, they will sell the agriculture product to farmers by using the barcode marking, and each and every entry that will be stored inside the digital ledger. So supplier, it will create one initial data. So here you can see in the third column, we have created one first block that is created by supplier, and it is having the basic information of a particular product that it gets from the farmer. So we have started from the production cycle. Okay, so we will only follow the traditional food supply chain in blockchain with the blockchain integration also. Okay, so supplier, they will create first block as an initiator, and it will store the basic initial data about that raw material that it gets from the farmer. The second entity here we can say that is farmer and producer. It collects data according to the product growth. Now product growth, if you are having any crop, we need to understand what type of feed, what type of pesticides, what type of soil it has used, how much moisture or what is the temperatures. So all the environment related information for that particular crop can be notified in a block. So here we have added, in the third column, we have added the second block that includes the product growth. So that is notified with initial data. So we know that the capability of blockchain, that it increase in a chain format. So first block that contains initial data. Now with the initial data, we have also added the product growth data. So this both block, they are forming our blockchain management. The third entity that is having the processor. So now we have collected the raw data. Now from that raw data, we want to generate some of the food products. So to generate food products, we send that data product to the processor. So processor will apply the QR code. They will certify that particular product for the quality, and they will include all the previous data with the compliances certificates. So now it will generate the third block in our blockchain. So first block that contains initial data, then we have taken the growth of product data, and last By processor, we have included the certification. This certification that is related to packaging or that is related to the quantity, quality of that particular parameter. So here we have created three different blocks. Now it's done for the distributor. Now distributor, either they store the product or they transport it to the retailers or restaurants or consumer or importers or various other branches. So distributor that will manage or storage condition, they need to manage the storage condition. If they are putting that particular product in a warehouse, they need to check what the vehicle route, they need to apply vehicle, how much time they have used to ship that particular product to the warehouse, what are the safety measures of warehouses. So all that information that need to be stored in a particular block. If the distributor that is transporting that data, so then it should manage the track time, it should manage the condition after the transportation, what is the medium of transportation. So all this information should be stored in a block. So distributor is having two options, either to store at warehouse or to transport that to the another level or to the another entity. In both the cases, we need to store all the data in a particular block. So now our block that contains 4 blocks. Now the next role comes, that is of authorities. Now some of the when we are talking about food products, we need to add some certificates for our food product. If you want to import or export your food products, then some of the certifications are compulsorily required. If we talk about India, an FSCI certificate, quality assurance certificate, that certificates required for transporting your food product to from one place to another place. So all the authorities, they generate the digital certification for the international travel, and they will generate the one block for all this kind of digital certification. So now our blockchain that contains the 5th block, and that contains all the certificate compliances on all previous data that we have included for the particular product. Now here comes the retailer. Now retailer, they use all the information. They place one QR code on that particular individual package and they sell that particular product. Now to sell that product, they need to add some financial data, because each and every product they need to offer some consumer applications or some financial data. So they provide the consumer application. Suppose say we are having DMart. So DMart, they are having their own interface. From that interface, you can just check the QR code for a particular product and you can check the price. So they provide the user interface through which you can use that particular application to check your food product price, or to you can also purchase from the application. So that information from the retailer, that can be stored in a particular block. So now till now we have started from the supplier and we have ended at the retailer. Now you can see in the third column we have created 6 different blocks that contains all the necessary information that is required for a particular food product. So this 6 blocks contains the blockchain for our food supply chain. So now here comes the consumer. Now what consumer can do? Consumer just scan the QR code that is available on the packages, and via that QR code, it will navigate it to the different information available in the supply chain. We are having 6 different blocks that we have created to generate our blockchain management. So each and every block that is visible to the consumer. So consumer can easily check from include where, when, how, and by whom it was produced, grown, processed, and transported. So each and every information that can be known by the consumer. And how you can see that consumer can check the retailer information. From the retailer ID, it will check the authority certificate. From that, it can go back to distributor, then processor, then farmer, and then supplier. Because blockchain technology that make possible for the backtracking process. So from the consumer, After getting the food product, they can check from which farm, from which farmer, who is the farmer from their product that is generated. So here is the cycle that we have seen with using blockchain supply management for a particular food product. Now we need to compare traditional way of food supply and with using blockchain food supply. So here you can see every information that is in the transparent form. You can easily say what process is happened to the product, in which soil you have grown that particular plant, what distributor has included for the tracking time, or in which warehouse it was storing. So all the information that is in a transparent format. Now all each block that also contains the transactions details, transaction to distributor to processor, processor to farmer, and consumer to retailer. So each and every transaction that can be visible with using each and every block. So all these transactions, that is financial data as well as product related information, that we can easily check using this blockchain technology. So whatever issues that we have seen with traditional food supply chain, that can be minimized with using blockchain technology with the agriculture food supply. Now, the main component of tracking system. So tracking system that will manage with the different IoT devices. So in tracking system, we can have a tag, that is a particular label that use the radio frequency, we can consider as RFID, and it uses the QR code. So QR code that you can easily add in any particular application, and you can get the particular information for that particular product. So it contains all the information related to the sound, humidity, pressure, temperature. So sensor that will give signal to the application, and it can display all the information for product. So that is our, here you can see that the example of Apple, from farmer to shopper. So you can get each and every details about all entities that is involved in the transaction. So whenever we are having any Apple, it gets the tag. From that tag, each and every entity that will add one block to blockchain, and whenever the shopper from consumer he get that, he can get the mobile application and he can backtrack all the entities that is involved in this transaction. So this is the tracking system of food. Now, one of the real-time application that is created by IBM blockchain. So IBM has introduced a electronic distributed ledger that can track and trace food supply chain data from farm to store. So here you can see the barcode. By scanning it, you can also get all the transactions and all the related information for these oranges. Now it can also expand the financial limited access resources available to farmers. Farmers can easily get the exact amount of harvested crop by seeing the market ratios. It also provides the quicker access to funding and makes them financial inclusive. So if it introduces in India, then we can solve the major agricultural issues that happen with the farmers. Now, blockchain that provide access to the current information, current transaction, it get the current price of goods and buyer's information. So no wastage of foods that is being unsold. And farmers can get to know the latest price of harvested crop in global market condition. So if particular farmer, they are not getting the proper price for the crop in that particular environment or in that state or region, then they can go for global market selling process. Direct access to supplier without middleman, that increases the industrial competition. And whenever we are having industrial competition, the price of crops that goes higher. So it will basically affect the economy of our country. Next, the major concept that is smart farm. So smart farm that is having the application that is using sustainable agriculture. Now we know the importance of sustainable agriculture in today's world. So it allows the farmer to capture all the farm details, crop details in real time. So we can use various IoT devices like drones. We can get GPS positioning. We can forecast we can use forecast tools for the weather forecasting. We can get the crop growth. We can get harvesting alert. So all these possible farming processes, we can automate it with using smart farms. So here we can see in the diagram that we can use various drones to sprinkle the pesticides in our farm, or we can easily identify the infected area, and from that only we can sprinkle the pesticides. We can use mobile applications to get the latest information. We can have signals from various farming equipments. So they will provide the signals, and we will get to know, farmer can get to know what is the real time condition of that particular farming process. So that is the future of next IoT or smart farms. Some of the applications that are using in foreign countries. In Australia, we are having Full Profile. That is one startup that has started in 2016 to get the harvested crop information. So they have created blockchain pilot project to get that at what time they should harvest the grains from the farm. So we are having one of the major application, that is Full Profile. With using IoT and blockchain, we can get the agriculture connected to the physical object, and we can perform we can get the latest information from our farm. So here we can check that blocklet, that is one of the device that is in the dongle size. We need to add to it to our computer system, and it will provide you all the latest information of your farm and all the equipment that you have connected with the blockchain. Next important application that is being running right now, that is in the tuna industry. The tuna, that is one kind of fish that is available. So here we are having Permanence, that is the startup that has started to ship the fish, that we call it as tuna, from Indonesia to Japanese restaurant. So through the mobile application, the Indonesia fishermen, they can track that how that fish that travel from a particular sea to Japanese restaurant. So they normally use that tagging system with using RFID, and they provide the certification recorded into the blockchain. So they call it as hook to fork distribution of a particular product. So here, this is the model that they use for tuna distribution from the producer to the consumer. Now here, producer, that is our fisherman, and consumer, that any Japanese restaurant. Another blockchain that is used in Africa, that is called as blockchain. So that is approved blockchain technology they are using in Africa. So now I would like to conclude this session with some of the points. With hybrid model of blockchain and IoT, major problems of agriculture can be solved. As we have seen in the smart farms, we have seen that with using drones, GPS, and all the latest technologies, with the integration of IoT, we can also add blockchain for the enhancement of agriculture. So till now, no large-scale commercial adoption of blockchain is available. So we have seen the various startups and various technologies available, but that is not getting that large-scale commercialized success in today's world. But in nearer future, we can expect that this blockchain management system, they will, with the integration of IoT, they will beneficial to the agriculture sector. Blockchain connects agriculture and business model and compelling use cases. So success ratio of agriculture economy depends upon the adoption of technology usage by the farmers. That is the major challenge we will face in India. If we talk about India, then majority of farmers, they are not that much literate. But with the use of internet, we can make them a mobile application. We can develop some of the easy interfaces that they can directly use IoT and blockchain through the mobile application. They can prevent the farm and they can produce the various farming processes. So here we can say blockchain that enforce the transparent, secure, authentic, auditability system that we can enhance with any sector like financial, health sector, with IPR, or we can also use for agriculture. So I hope in nearer future, India will adopt all these benefits of blockchain, including IoT and artificial intelligence rules. So this is from my side. Thank you so much for being such a nice audience. Thank you.
Thank you very much, ma'am, for sharing your knowledge with us on the case study of the blockchain technology in agriculture, that how we can utilize the current developing technology in the agriculture. Thank you very much, ma'am.
Thank you.
So participants, now we are moving towards the end of our FDP. So we are waiting for our guest, and as he is arrived, we will start the validated session. So I request you to wait for him. He will arrive and join with us in 2 minutes. Good afternoon, sir.
Good
Sir,
afternoon. Good
am I
afternoon.
you?
Good afternoon, Jay, sir.
Sir, am I audible to you, sir?
Yes, you are audible. I can hear you. Can you hear me as well?
Yes, sir.
Great.
So welcome you, sir. Now, I would like to introduce our today's guest, Professor Bhaskar Bhatt, sir. He is a town planner and presently serving as a PG in charge in assistant professor in civil engineering department of SCATE University. He is actively associated with several professional organizations, and presently he is serving as a secretary cum treasurer as of IST Gujarat section. So now we are starting our validatory session. So now I would like to invite Dr. Jayesh Shah, sir, who is the Dean and Dean of the GTU 5 zone and also the IST member Gujarat section. Sir, I would like to say some words on the session. Hello, Jayesh, sir.
Yes, dear. So, honorary secretary, am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Hello.
Yes, sir, you are audible.
Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, you are audible.
Okay. Okay. Honorary secretary of IST Gujarat section, Dr. Bhaskar Bhatt, principal, and my dear friend, Dr. Yogesh, Professor Hiral Desai, coordinator of this FDP, Professor Mehul Patel, co-coordinator of this refresher program, and all dear participants. It is my pleasure to be here as a guest in this 6 days online refresher program, which is sponsored by AICTE and IST and hosted by Pacific School of Engineering. First of all, I congratulate and appreciate the efforts made by Professor Hiral Desai, coordinator, and Professor Mehul Patel, co-coordinator, and that team in organizing and managing eminent speakers from the industries as well as academics. I also congratulate Dr. Yogesh and the management for extending their cooperation and support in hosting this refresher program. Friends, we all need to understand it very well that just imparting bookish knowledge is not the purpose of education, and hence one has to keep himself or herself updated by attending such refresher programs or say short-term training programs and continuing to grow in all spheres of education. And as we all know that such refresher programs or short-term training programs aim at equipping the teachers with latest knowledge and skill that are essential for inculcating values in students and guiding and monitoring their progress towards professional career. So such initiatives have been taken by AICTE and IST. So on behalf of all of us, I'm very much thankful to IST and AICT. I hope and I'm sure that you all have taken full advantage of it by attending this refresher program very positively. So I congratulate all my dear participants. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir, for your kind words. This workshop focused on the research procedure as an academic. It is mandatory for one to know the basics of evolving and the emerging technologies in order to satisfy the purpose of the research and establish an acceptable conclusion. The Department of Computer Engineering, Pacific School of Engineering conducted a 6-day faculty development program on the blockchain technology and application from 14th of February to 19th of the February. Apart from generating a new knowledge, Engineering and Technology Institute have the responsibility of developing technologies useful for mankind. The objective of this faculty development program was to introduce the participant to the world of blockchain and give an insights into how and where it can be used. The sessions were handled by the professors and industry personnel from the reputed international institutes, IITs and NITs and the industries. The FDP was attended by 60 plus participants, faculty members from different universities and colleges from inside and outside the Gujarat. So now I would like Dr. Bhaskar sir to say some words on the current trends.
Great. Many congratulations to the entire organizing committee, respected Jayesh sir, Professor Dr. Yogesh Rotliwala. Under your able leadership, the IST activities are boosted up in the southern part of Gujarat region. So I thank you, both of you, along with the institute management, who is allowing to keep on putting and pushing for value addition to the academia and industrial activities. Especially at occasions possible, you have been doing through IST. So many compliments on accomplishment of this wonderful event. Blockchain, indeed, with the background of civil engineering, I have been aware about these words in recent days with the rise of cryptocurrencies, especially. However, I'll put a few words regarding IST, which was thought long back in 1941. When the Association of Principals of Technical Institutions, they had a meeting in Delhi, and the conceptualization of this sort of organization was identified. And later in the year 1988, the Indian Society of Technical Education was formed. However, the society was registered under Societies Registration Act in the year 1968, and we have more than 130,000 faculty members as well as industrial professionals acting as a life member, and out of which around 8,000 plus members are there with us in Gujarat state, and the number is increasing. More and more individuals are enrolling themselves and becoming a part of our larger extended family, who is looking after technical education scenario and pushing forward to continuously improve it in best of capacities. The students are also member to IST. More than 5.5 lakh student members are there across the country. In Gujarat, we have more than 40,000 students enrolled as a student member, and more than 2,500 institutes are member to IST, out of which in Gujarat we have around 160 plus institutional members with the IST. So IST basically is serving as a peer organization with AICTE to work with shoulder to shoulder and propagate the regularization and appropriate technical education by means of organization of refinement programs, likewise what this one is. And it has been working closely as a premier agencies like MHRD, MIT, and international projects as well. The professional society, we have IST has been working with students, so number of competitions are also float from time to time at national level, and at state level, if I say, we have been organizing state conventions for faculty members as well as student members. Recently, next week, I mean next Monday, that is 28th of February, we have a student state level annual convention to be taken up at Atmiya Institute, Rajkot, wherein the state section is going to award the students as a best student from their chapter institutes recommended by principals and the committee members. And there are several other awards, like 18 awards. The Gujarat state section itself has been able to institutionalized with the support of donors. And these awards, especially with the category of students, will be awarded in this convention that is to be taken up at the Raj. So IST Gujarat have been pivotal in terms of several activities to be taken up across the country. Of course, Jayesh sir is there with us today, fortunately, and he has been the executive council member. Keep on raising the voices, the suggestions, the requirements for whatever kind of upgradation we need at the Gujarat state through the support extension from the headquarters based at Delhi. IST has its own website, istonline.in, where now on, since December 2021, the new membership is completely taken up care about. So anyone who wants to become member to IST, that includes for institutional members as well as student chapters and faculty chapters, the entire procedure is to be taken up online only. That includes payment as well as recommendation from state office. So we are open to extend support for anyone who wants to become member to IST. Just go to the website of istgujarat.in and where you can find the communication details section, and you can put a request for enrollment as a member to IST. Apart from that, we have Telegram and Facebook presence also in the age of social media, where we keep on updating the members about different things that are taking up with the passage of time. The section is chaired by Dr. Sachin Parikh sir, who is also Deputy Director at Department of Technical Education, Government of Gujarat, and serving as the Professor in Chemical Engineering Department at LD College of Engineering. So with that short introduction and brief note about IST and activities, I again congratulate the organizers under the able leadership of Yogesh sir and Jay sir to accomplish this currently very interesting topic, where we need a lot of people to contribute with the blockchain techniques. So this is, I think, very right time to take up for the training part for more and more number of teaching professionals, as teachers are definitely facing a lot of challenge in terms of core subject teaching as well as making compliance to challenges imposed by this online education. I hope this would be one of the last of FDPs taking up on online mode, as in Gujarat, Government of Gujarat is about to release relaxation for at all levels to completely roll over to back in 2019 time, the way we were doing and practicing the things in routine. So with that note, I wish all the very best to all of you, all the participants. Thank you very much. That was all from my side. Thank you for inviting me.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. Now I would like to introduce to you with some our expert who had taught us some different kind of topics. From them, I starting with Dr. Sukhdeep Tanwar, sir. He gave us the brief introduction about the blockchain on dated 14th of the February. He had also taught us that the architecture and the types of blockchain, that how we can utilize the blockchain in the different technologies and tools. While on the dated 16 and the 18, we got the hands-on session with him on the Remix IDE and the MetaMask. So their session by him are the very useful to us to gain the knowledge in the blockchain. Now, our industrial expert, Mr. Yash Sharma, he gave us the overview of the blockchain implementation on the 14th of the February. On dated 15 and 16, he gave us the brief introduction about the blockchain platforms like the Ethereum, Hyperledger, IOTA, Corda, and the Solidity. These are the different types of the blockchain technologies that we can utilize in the certain platforms. Dr. Keyur Parmar, sir, he is from the SBNIT. We are very glad to him that with the short amount of time, he spared some time for us for the today's session, in which he shared some knowledge about how the different problem, like the different problems that how blockchain technology can be utilized, and the double spend problem. Dr. Keyur Parmar sir also taught us that how the different short term the period, different healthcare strategies, how can we utilize them with the blockchain technology and get useful and main benefits from this. Dr. Vedvyas Trivedi sir, he taught us that about the national education policy on the 2020 that aims to increase the gross enrollment ratio in the higher education, including the vocational and the education in near future till 2036. Dr. Pratima Shah, she had shared the live example of time management, that how we have to manage time and how it is useful to gain our knowledge and achieve our goals. Now our expert, Dr. Jinal Taylor madam, she shared some case study on the blockchain technology in the agriculture, that if we get more production from the agriculture, that how we can utilize the emerging technology blockchain with the help of the agriculture. Now Dr. Samit Tripathi sir, that he share knowledge us with on the security and the privacy concern, that how if we are using the blockchain technology, how security and privacy are concerned in the blockchain technology. Now I would like some participants to share their feedbacks on the FDP. Am I audible to everyone? If there are some participants, they want to share their views with us, we are very grateful to them. Sir, sir, you are not audible.
Good afternoon, sir. My name is Mehul Patel. I have said some feedback regarding this activity. According to me, the blockchain technology is new for me, because I have not interacted with this type of technology anywhere in the past. So there is many applications of blockchain in which I have very impressed with the agriculture application in the agriculture field. This is the talk with by the madam and always and yes sir in the morning. So again, in previous session, after one 2000 in 2019, there is a one FDP also AICT and IST sponsored Python programming. This is also very knowledgeable and fruitful knowledge give to the all the participants. And this is the also remarkable FDP that gives the blockchain technologies in knowledge to the all the participants. Thank you, sir, for giving us such a wonderful opportunity for getting the knowledge about the blockchain. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, sir. Apart from sir, is there anyone who want to share their words with us? We are very grateful to you. If anyone want to share.
Dear participants, please give us your input.
Yeah, good afternoon all. Am I audible?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
you are audible.
Okay, so first of all, thank you, Pacific College of Engineering for arranging this wonderful STTP. I have a very basic knowledge of blockchain before this, but after attending this STTP, I am sure that not just the theoretical knowledge, but the practical aspect which is being covered by many of the experts, specifically Mr. Yash Sharma. So I think it was a wonderful experience, and we can always start, at least if I want to do something in blockchain now. So after attending this STTP, I'm sure that we can at least start with something, and that will save a lot of time if I want to start without attending this and after attending this. So it's a wonderful experience. Thank you all.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, sir. At least one more. We expect
Yes.
one more from the
Sure, sir. Is there anyone who want to share their words with us?
Hello.
feedback will
Yes.
definitely give us the input for better services in future.
Sure, sir. It will encourage us to do such
Hello.
kind of program in future. Yes, ma'am. We are audible.
Hello. I'm
Yes, ma'am.
audible?
Yes,
Yes,
you are
ma'am.
audible.
Okay. Sir, I want to share my experience that all the sessions were very nice, and my knowledge is really upgraded using after attending this workshop. And in the main good part in this workshop FDP is that our practical knowledge is improved through this. So it is a main positive part of this FDP. Hello.
Yes,
Yes.
ma'am. You are audible.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Happy to see you in your car.
Thank you very much, ma'am. Any other participants?
Hello,
Yes, sir.
Yes, Nikun, sir.
Mr. Taylor,
Yes, sir. You are audible, sir.
and I am just new to the blockchain technology, and very at the last moment of the FDP in the morning 9:15, I have applied and responded very well from your team, Pacific, and I have also upgraded my knowledge through this FDP and very nice coordination with the team. And also the experts like Sudip Tanwar sir gave the very good presentations about the blockchain technology, and appreciated the effort of Pacific Pulsana team to organize this. And in the future, I would like to attend many more like this FDPs.
Sure. Okay.
Sure, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you very much,
sir.
sir.
Thank you.
So we would like to arrange some in the future as well. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Thank you. Bhaskar sir, very much excited to see your achievements at the background of your this screen.
Oh, thank you, sir.
And wishing you more and more such kind of achievements will be facilitated with in your feeders.
Thank you so very much. I recognize the presence of Anil Andane sir and Vishruti ma'am. Both are here as attending participants, but I am sure they are very much knowledgeable persons. Maybe at certain occasions they be get invited as an expert to the such forums like.
Feedback up.
Yeah.
Hello.
Anil Andane sir is
Anil
holding.
Good morning. Sorry, good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, sir. He is faculty advisor as well as faculty chapter chairman at ADIT.
Okay.
Hello,
Okay.
Anil Andane, sir.
Hello,
Hi,
I'm
Anil.
yes,
audible
yes.
to you, sir.
Hi, yes, sir.
Sir, as you are present in all our session, I would like if you say some words.
Okay, sir, surely. At the outset, I'm very much thankful for the organizers for giving me opportunity to attend this refresher course come FDP on blockchain technology. Actually, I'm totally new. I also have talked with Dhruti madam at the very first day that whether I can complete this FDP or not. I was not much sure since I'm not from computer or IT background, but my background is food technology. So on very first day, I discussed with Dhruti madam and she told that no, you can attend the whole sessions and definitely you can gain something related to blockchain technology. Actually, my purpose of registering for this FDP was to gain some basic understanding about the blockchain technology. And I think that purpose is very much solved as I could now aware about the basic terms associated with the blockchain technology. Even though I face some problem with the programming part, but apart from that, other basic concept, many of the concept I could learn new. So thank you very much to all the resource person and to our organizers as well.
Thank you, Anil sir, for your kind participation.
Thank you, Anil sir. Is there any participants there who can share their words with us? Okay, so I would like to welcome Professor Dhruvi madam to share word of thanks with us, and from then we wrap our session. Over to you, madam.
Thank you, Devkishan sir. Good afternoon, everyone. I am grateful for the opportunity to give a vote of thanks at the end of this refresher program. It was a pleasure to be a part of such an informative and knowledge-enhancing event. First, I would like to thank Dr. Bhaskar Bhatt sir for sparing valuable time and gracing our occasion with your presence. I am grateful to AICTE and IST for sponsoring this program. Without their generous financial support, this program would not have been as successful. I would like to express my heartfelt gratitude to our management head, Mr. Nikhil Agrawal sir, Principal Dr. YC Rotliwala sir, and Dr. Jayesh Shah sir for their unwavering support, which facilitated us to organize this event so nicely. I especially like to thank our event coordinator, Professor Hiral Desai ma'am, for their immense guidance and being a great mentor throughout. And also like to thank our organizing team for their keen efforts and dedication to ensure the success of this event. I sincerely thank to all experts for sharing their excellent knowledge and enriching our knowledge regarding blockchain technology as well as national education policy and time management. I would like to mark here that our respected experts have truly added a value in our knowledge of blockchain. And lastly, thanks to all fellow participants. I am well confident that all participants benefited greatly from attending this program, and only your contribution has made this refresher program such a successful event. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you very much, ma'am. So here we wrap the session. Hope all the participants gain what they come from here. So welcome to you all, sir. I'm very thankful to you, Yogesh sir, Bhaskar sir, Jayesh sir. Thank you very much.